This video is going to introduce the new set significant and remove significant node capability in the vCalc software. What this allows you to do is mark specific nodes for inclusion in things like your NFPA pathing and important node summary on the printout, as well as in things like tagging. So at this point, I have a calculation running, and if I go to tag nodes, tag simplified nodes, this is going to tag all the important nodes in the project. These are governed per design area based off of things like flow splits and shared pipe schedules, sizes, and so forth. If I go to the Open UI button and go to the simple sections, these nodes shown here and these piping sections are what governs what is significant for the current design area. If I bring over the printout for this specific calculation, we'll also see that the important nodes in the design area analysis will correspond with what we see in the model here as tagged, and the NFPA pathing that flows from the most remote head and all the other heads back to the supply is also going to call out all the important nodes. If we would like to mark a specific node or more than one node as significant and want them to show up in that calculation, we can go up to the ribbon and hit the Set Significant button. This will put us into a mode to pick any valid element. So a prerequisite of this is to have run the trace pipe command, and that will figure out what elements are valid for us to pick. So here, if we wanted to call out the top of the riser, we can click this grooved outlet, and that will now be a significant node, and you can see I can't pick it anymore because it's already marked as significant. We could also call out this grooved T as its own unique node as well. As we do that, the calculation will update, and we now have some additional significant nodes. So if I were to go to tag simplified nodes, we'll see we now have N7 and N5 here available. If I go to create submittal again and print it out, we could now pull these up side by side. So I'll pull the new one over here on the right and the original one over on the left. And we can see that we now have the N5 and N7, which we didn't have in our original list. And then if we were to follow the pathing back, we can see we now have some extra entries here at node 7 and node 5. If we want to remove these as significant nodes, we can just use the Remove Significant button and select those elements in the model, and that will take them out. Another place you can do this, if you go to Open UI and go to Nodes, there is a Force Significant checkbox in the different columns corresponding with each of the nodes in the project. You can uncheck that here or check it. So this is another way of doing it in the standalone desktop program if you're not working in the Revit environment. One final option is to sync significant nodes. So if you have multiple design areas and you want to share all nodes that are called out between them, you can run the sync significant nodes, and there is some options of clearing any existing significant nodes as well. This will allow you to call out the same nodes in all calculation pathing, regardless of whether they're actually important for the current design area or not. That concludes the introduction to the set and remove significant capabilities now present in the vCalc software.